Welcome to this follow-along class on lower body movability. Movability, what exactly is that? So we got movement and mobility. Mobility focuses on stretching your body in a way that also promotes strength. We are looking for an active range of motion that we can use in movement. Movability, therefore, refers to being able to move freely in space. By the end of this class, my wish is that you leave not only with sensational feeling legs, but also with many tools that you can put into your own practice in order to keep working on this concept more and more. Let's start together in this cross-leg sitting position, okay? You can figure out for yourself how exactly you need to fold your legs so it feels rather comfortable for you. Now in this position, let's simply bow forwards. You can use your hands, your elbows in order to resist gravity just a little bit, and then simply take very nice and easy breaths that should inflate your totality of your back. So really inhaling, inflating your back like a balloon, and while doing that you can already start to wiggle your upper body, right? And we're doing this to kind of prepare our lower body for some of the more advanced positions that we're going to be spending some time in. Simply try to go from one side to the other, even bending forwards, reaching as far as you like, and keep on moving, keep on breathing. And then you simply sit up and we go into the other side, repeating the same thing. Once again, inflating our backs like a balloon from side to side, but really go into the positions that feel nice to you in this moment. You don't need to follow very clear instructions. You best feel where you need to go in order to reduce these tensions. Wonderful. Now from here, let's already go into our first task. So from this cross-leg position, I try to keep my hands from touching the floor. I will keep them upright. I will sit back so I can open up my legs. Simply open them as wide as you can and already spread your toes here and simply try to pulse forward just a little bit. Then I sit back again. I bring my legs inwards once more, but to the other side. Again here, going forwards a little bit, and I will simply repeat this. Opening the legs, pushing forwards, bringing my legs inwards into the cross-leg position. Now every time you're opening your legs or you're closing your legs, you can pulse with your upper body in different positions. You can simply vary this task and already make it a nice exploration, right? From side to forwards, maybe with a twist. Opening up, twisting your body, looking towards the ceiling. If your mobility is still limited, that's fully okay. You simply work with what is available in the moment. Let's keep going a little bit more. Maybe speeding up just a little bit. So there's kind of like this bounce happening. Forwards, bounce, bounce with a very easy flowing and continuous breath. Wonderful. Let's simply take our feet, and give our toes a little bit of a massage. If you're wearing shoes right now, that's okay, you can simply breathe for a second, but best case, you are not wearing shoes, so you can actively work on your feet and toes as well. Maybe grabbing your toes a little bit, prying them open, massaging them very gently. And of course, our feet and the toes are part of the legs, the lower body. And if you want to move in a very holistic way, then it really makes sense to also work on your feet, your toes, and your foot in general, no? You can always also simply stop the video and continue a little bit longer with the task at hand if you feel like you want to practice more or it simply feels very good. But we continue into the next part, which is basically sitting on top of your shins. This is called a Seiza position, often used in Japanese martial arts like Aikido or Judo. And the aim is to have your feet rather close together and really load the feet with, or simply by sitting back. Now it could be that maybe you feel a little stretch in your thighs or a stretch in the arch of your foot, and all that is okay. You can simply maybe deload a little bit and take a couple breaths if it's too intense. But what we're trying to go for here is, once again, without using the hands if possible, to roll back from one side to the other side. At first, maybe just small movements, but as time progresses, your goal should be to touch the floor with your butt. So simply sitting on the floor from side to side. Now we can already start to open up this research just a little bit more. I'm sitting down and now I'm opening my legs. I'm folding them back in and sitting up. So it's kind of like the sitting windshield wiper. Closing my legs on top of my shin, sitting down, opening up. And every time you're opening up your legs, you can also already start to fold inwards just a little bit. As you see, I'm using my arms actively in order to balance out the rest of my body. They are not just that. They are not just decorating my body, they're actively integrated in the movements. If you feel like you want to be a little bit more expressive, of course you can also use them to further decorate your body on top of the functionality of your arms. Boom. And once again, back into our Seiza position, resting for a moment. Already you should feel that your legs should be quite activated. They should also feel quite massaged by now, because let's face it, this is also a great massage. Next up, from this low Seiza, we go into the higher Seiza, which is basically simply the same, but I'm sitting now on top of my toes. This one could be quite harsh for you, could be quite difficult, could be quite exhaustive, and maybe even slightly uncomfortable, which is fully okay. Simply go forwards a little bit and do a couple pulsing movements in order to get the sensation going and quite a nice feeling here. If you're not spending time barefoot a lot, and if you're not spending time close to the floor a lot, then probably this position might be hard, and you simply need to put in a lot of work and practice to get your body adapted to these positions, right? But what we ultimately want to do from here is use the sitting back motion in order to lift our knees from the floor, once again if you can without using your hands, and trying to fold into a squat. Now, as you can see, my heels are still in the air, because in this very narrow stance it's hard for me to go into a squat. It's okay for you as well. So, going back and forth without slamming our knees into the floor. Sitting back, folding, knees towards the floor, sitting back, folding, knees towards the floor. Let's keep doing this for a little while, and you can already here start to explore a little bit. For example, if I'm on my knees, I can open up my feet a little wider, so maybe now I can fully sit back. I can then go onto my knees again and maybe shift the weight a little bit more diagonal, so I'm now in more a staggered lunging position. Okay? You can also go 1, 2, 1, 2. And already explore these ranges here. Sitting, coming up, folding. Easy flowing breath, integrated arms, and also integrated spine. That means my body is not stiff like a robot, but it's open to move. And the movement is traveling through my spine. Chung chung chung, chung chung chung. And sitting back on the floor, shaking out our legs. If they're burning, that's okay. It's also a great workout. Once again, mobility also contains this strengthening aspect. Flexibility, movement focus, and strength. Coordination, many things to be found in these tasks right here. Wonderful. Let's now go into something different, which is the following. I sit with my feet very open. I shift the weight towards one side. Now you can use your hand on the floor and load your hand. While I'm doing this, I'm bringing both of my legs inwards. Going towards the front again, shifting inwards. This is just a preparation for the next task. Already make sure to really understand the shift of weight. How can I shift? Deload my legs so I can bring them in or out. But now from here, from this position, I want to now continue to push into my hand and into the outer and inner blade of my feet, so I can push myself into a squatting position. Sidewards, reaching towards the floor, slowly dropping down, opening up, shifting, bending, pushing, receiving in a squat. There is a lot of details that are happening here. One, for example, is that I can use the second arm, which is not pushing, to swing myself into a squat. Right? So once again, this idea, how can I use my whole body to fulfill the task? Chung, 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 chung. Another detail is, how can I let my knees guide the movement so the rest of my body can follow like a rubber band. Now let's continue with this one and already open up exploration. That means, can you go into a wider squat, for example? Or can you go into a very narrow squat? Can you turn your body? And maybe even can you do the movement, but in a circular fashion? All of these are nice opportunities for play, exploration, and to get an idea of how this concept of movability really aids to bring more movement into your body. Right, let's rest for a moment, give yourself a breather. Once again, notice how your legs are feeling. Mine are feeling fantastic right now. A lot of blood flow, quite soft, but also strong in a way. It's a very nice mix, which is super, super great. Let's continue with the next task. So once again, from sitting up into a higher position without the use of the hands, what I will do is from sitting, I will pull in one of my legs and I can simply now roll over this shin in order to go chupa towards the front. This is called a ShinBox position, okay? I'm going backwards. Now I'm switching my legs and I'm rolling over my shin. As you probably can imagine, already here we can start to play. In which positions can you go up? Can you switch fully from one side to the other? Can you continue to go up a little bit more? Maybe using a nice wave that is flowing through your body. Chuk, 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 chuk. Chuk, 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 chuk. Can you step a little bit more forwards and open up your hip to feel this nice stretch in the front part of your hip? Or can you do the same thing but staying very close and condensed? Just like so. A couple times more. Easy breath once again. Playing with the movements of your spine. And relaxing. Wonderful. Maybe taking this moment to shake out your legs a little. Dear people, excuse me for this break. Just give me a minute to introduce you to my online programs. If you like this class and this video, probably you're interested in moving your body dynamically, for example acrobatics. And if this is the case, then check out my Finding Flow online programs on www.neilteisner.shop. I offer 3 programs, one for beginners, introducing you to the world of acrobatics. Then I have the Finding Flow Integrations program, which includes many more sequences and already free-flowing aspects. And then I got the big Acrobatics Lab, which is a deep dive into acrobatic practice. All of these programs contain high-quality video breakdowns tested by many hundreds of participants already. If you want to be one of them, use the code YouTube10 for a 10% discount and you can find some flow. Let's continue. Next up, once again, sitting into a higher up position, this time using a little bit more stretch in the inside of the other leg. I am going to pull in one leg and have the other straight out. I can now, if my left leg is straight, use my left arm in order to lever myself on top of my legs. As you see here, I'm allowing my leg to bend so I can actively grab the floor and already start to push a little bit more towards the front leg. I then bend again, sit down and go to the other side. Pulling straight, pushing, grabbing the floor, going a little bit more forwards. Let's simply do this for a couple times. Sitting down, opening up, and already loading the front leg. The idea of play is ever present. Explore these positions, various angles, and maybe you can already start to find moments of pushing and letting go. So you are really just using your legs in this very wide stance that is still very low. Let's now try to find moments where you can actively hold for a second and then you take it into the floor again. Holding into the floor. Holding into the floor. Strong push, receive and go. Hoopa and rest for a moment. Taking your thighs, wiggling, shaking, letting your muscles dance around the bones of your body. And we continue with this task, but we actively now want to take it into a standing position. So once again, I pull in one of my legs, the other is straight, using my arm to shift slowly on top of that front leg, circling my way over it and pushing tall. Receiving, pushing back into my hand, squatting down. Boom. Shifting, pushing forwards, holding, standing, sitting, receiving. Shoop. Heppa. Heppa. Now already here you have plenty of options. Do you want to bend your front leg in order to stand up? Or do you want to simply stand up using your back leg a little bit more? You can simply experiment here and see which one feels more natural to you. And then you will do the other one and practice a little bit. So both of these options are available to you. Forwards or backwards. My whole body is engaged in this movement scenario. And we do 2 more per side. Chuk. Chuk. Once more per side. Heppa. Heppa. Sitting down and relaxing. Let's now use the first task in order to find a little bit more relaxation here. Cross leg position, opening up, easy breathing, Maybe you can feel that you can already now go a little bit deeper with much more comfort in all of these positions. Trying to breathe only through your nose, regulating the level of arousal in your body, down regulating your heartbeat, the rate of your breaths. Keeping your legs open. If you have the flexibility, the mobility to lean forwards, you can do that. If not, simply use your arms on the back of your body and try to open up your body. If you want to, you can simply wiggle your spine a little bit. You can try to circle your head, opening up your neck. And the same, obviously, you can also do in this forwards position right here. And just like we started, let's also finish this class. Cross-leg position, bowing forwards. Very deep breaths, inflating your back. Bending in different positions. Opening up your legs. Changing sides. And this is it for this short but surely quite intensive follow-along session on lower body movability. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that the tasks were interesting and also slightly challenging for you. If you want to see more classes just like this one, maybe a part 2 of the lower body movability class, let me know in the comment section. I'm always happy to read you. I'm always happy to get to know about you and how you like the video. Also make sure to subscribe to this channel as many videos will follow. That's basically it. All the best to you. Happy practice. Until next time.